Alrighty, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a good Sunday. Normally, I don't stream on Sundays, but today and this weekend was just kind of absurd when you think about it. So we're going to be talking about that for quite a bit today. Few things here before we get started. Because Bitcoin's been kind of all over the place over the last few days with having this 1,000 point drop, then kind of booming back up 1,000 points. It's made me just a little bit worried that I'm not entirely sure how to trade this from a day trading perspective right now. So you'll probably hear me over the course of the stream when people asking me for day trading opinions, much more of the technicals say this, but just be forewarned, we're kind of in this weird spot, and I'll be seeing that quite a bit. As far as swing trades and things of the like, you guys will pretty much see me doing the same things as always, multiple days looking ahead. But for day trading, it just seems like it's a whole different ball game right now, because even if the technicals are telling you one thing, it's been exciting, but at the same time, for trading purposes, it's just been annoying as hell to try to get all of this to work out. And we've seen this a few times, I would say, over the past few weeks here. So we'll be going over that as well. All right, so let's start off here with Bitcoin, everybody. And hey, Ty, happy to see you back, my man. Discount killer always. I am happy Maddox making some progress. It took a little bit of time. I think we've been talking about that over for the past few weeks at least. Talking about XRP, I'll definitely talk about XRP when we're going down the list of altcoins here in a few minutes. And hey, Alan, I'm happy to see you back as well. And then same to you, Haram. Now, my throat is a little scratchy because I was out a lot today. Freaking breathing in cold air, I guess you could say, but I got some nice chamomile honey herbal tea, which I'm hoping is good, but it's still too hot, so I need to urge my way into it. Couple things here. Throughout the last, I guess you could even say months, not this point, not even weeks, last few months, when we've had these larger moves down with Bitcoin, they have been significantly larger. So if you guys are waiting for something of a larger move down in order to really get buying up a lot more cryptocurrency, you could wait. I would still say dollar cost averaging with maybe keeping some powder dry in case something really bad does happen. That's probably the best way to play it, because as I was zooming out here on the charts for Bitcoin, a few days ago we had that big drop where we broke down below the 20 moving average, like we were talking about. And what happened? This drop, pretty much, you could even, let's just go from the highest to the low right here. This drop was around $2,000. $2,000. That's a lot, but we've had larger ones. Even right here, within a 1 day period of time, Bitcoin dropped about $1,600, and that's just within 1 day. Going back over here to what we saw happen during the spot Bitcoin ETF announcements, all the craziness there. This drop from the high to the low, that drop was over $10,000. So I would say it's always possible that we have another drop like that. But again, to go from 49,000 all the way here to 38,000, that's pretty darn freaking dramatic. And at this point in time, we are still consolidating. We haven't had a big, beautiful breakout, nothing like that. What we did is we basically had a big drop, and then the buyers came back in and just, again, trying to shorten this market for something of a prolonged period is just more difficult than it normally is. I think because everybody's bought into this mentality of a bull market, first of all. And of course, we've been seeing that a lot of the hedge funds and these guys that have all these Bitcoin spot ETFs, they've also been forced to load up on a lot of cryptocurrencies, a lot of Bitcoin primarily, of course, in order to, meet regulatory concerns. And it's just led to a whole bunch of, I don't even know what you call this. We haven't seen something like this happen in a while. Check out the 15-minute chart. Pretty drastic way down. I told you guys to keep an eye out for the 20. Look at that. Broke down right here. The day trade commenced and you saw boosh. Look at that. And it would, the day trade probably didn't even start until you broke down below this, because typically sometimes we consolidate then bounce off of it. But once the double bottom was null and void, you probably saw people really hop into that one. But again, all of a sudden, we're back to where we were before, where now we're waiting for Bitcoin to try to break out again. Look at the 4-hour chart. We've had what you might call, well, let me actually remove this order block here just so you can see what I'm talking about. Right? we kind of have this breakout right here, but that's not the breakout that concerns us. The breakout that concerns us is really just going to another cycle high. That's really what we're concerned about. At this moment in time, we're just consolidating, having an ugly freaking chart here, and there's nothing beautiful about this at this moment in time. We're just in this really weird consolidation. And you know what? I think we'll be fine with here. Oops, my chair is not locked. It's going to be going backwards. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So we're just in this really weird spot. And, you know, for the next few days, it's really just going to be, can Bitcoin try to hold these levels and then continue moving higher and higher and higher? We have earnings coming out this week as far as the stock market's concerned. So that's going to be something of an interesting moment. Really, it feels like the whole market is really just looking at Nvidia, and if Nvidia does good, everything will be fine. But if Nvidia has bad earnings report for whatever reason, you'll see a lot of stuff probably shit the bed as well here. So as we're kind of watching that, good news going on at this moment in time. But again, it's just led to an extra level of unpredictability that's been making it more difficult. So you're buying the dip whenever you can get the opportunity, but there's going to be a point most likely soon, or in the next few weeks, where we do have a dip, but the dip keeps on dipping. And I want you guys to be prepared for something more like that. So even if you're buying a lot of dollar cost averaging stuff right now, I bet if I dollar cost average and I buy some stuff today, or even some of the stuff I bought last week, even though it's positive right now, I bet it will go negative before Bitcoin reaches all-time highs. That's kind of my thought process right now. Now, as far as the daily charts, we'll be looking at this, and we'll be looking at some of the longer-term positions that we've been following here. I'll probably best do that. Ethereum breaking out, new high yesterday, today, basically. But again, isn't that just weird? Bitcoin's not doing it, but you're seeing a lot of altcoins do it. Let me just phrase it like that. But again, Bitcoin's consolidating. Altcoins continue to make that move higher. That's nice to see. In fact, let's go over to the weekly chart just so I can put it into perspective. Again, you know, just out of this world, just wild. Dogecoin still moving up bit by bit, but still not at the highs we saw back over here in December. Trying to, you can see it's actually had a breakout. It's trying to make a surge sometime this week or next week. I would say probably this week if Bitcoin can hold. Ape token getting closer, had a surge. Let's go to the daily chart. Had a little bit of a surge today after the nasty move the previous day, the previous candle. And everything seems to be shaking off some of these larger moves. Arbitrum consolidating, nothing crazy here. AXS, same thing, consolidating. Some of them trying to go towards those higher, those high moments from a few months ago or a few weeks ago, depending on the particular ticker. BNB, look at that, breaking out right here. XRP, we were talking about this. XRP really hasn't changed at all since we talked about it last week. It's trying to break out here, but it hasn't broken out. So you're pretty much just in this waiting pattern. On the 4-hour chart and the daily chart, you could be doing some basic breakout plays here. So you see that breakout right there. You could try to hop onto that. For me, this type of move just scares me all the time with a lot of different altcoins out there because of Bitcoin doing its little drop downs. But at this point in time, you're seeing that there's going to be a couple golden crosses coming pretty soon. You're in this middle range where typically you wouldn't want to be buying up too much. Normally you kind of buy at these support levels over here, whether you want to go off of this change of character or this change of character or this change of character. Usually those are better opportunities to buy than trying to go all the way up here. However, if you go to a 2-day moving average, you could probably see a change of character buy over here as well. But there we go. Oop, no, that's not the one I want. That one. There we go. But yeah, those are usually where I'd be buying right now. I'm just kind of patiently waiting to see what happens with XRP because XRP doesn't look like it's going to make a very large move until it has this larger breakout, in which case it'll try to start surging back up to 74 cents. And if we're lucky, maybe back up to 92. XRP's been getting beat down a lot more than other tokens this cycle here, despite having some really good news events. So I'm optimistic about it. But this is something where it has not come up as much as other tokens. And trust me, there's a few like this right now. Bonk, still doing okay, but not doing great, I would say. Chili's moving higher here, up 2% today, up into the order block, which it hasn't been since it looks like around, oh wow, May of 2023. So we are making some progress here, guys. AVAX still trying to make a move. Again, it rallied up so fast. It's okay if it's still consolidating. Comp right here broke out a few days ago. This is a smaller breakout. Really, it's just trying to get back up here towards resistance around $84. You might see Comp as a potential play here, especially since it's on Robinhood. That could be something good. Crow coming down a little bit. Crow is an exchange token, so usually it does pretty well during these environments because they will try to get people to buy their crypto token in order to get special benefits, like if you invest in Crow for 5 months or something, you get like free Netflix and free yada yada, free perks and things like that. But I'm not going to go through all of these here, but you can see like a lot of stuff basically at levels of resistance. Doge on Mars is still coming down. I wonder if that's going to go better or not. Engine Coin, EOS, Matic, we were just talking about that one a few seconds ago. Hovering a little under $1. Nice breakout though, File token. Why is that there? Huh. But yeah, File token, FTM, Gala. Gala's looking to have a push here pretty soon. Anything else moving today? I mean, Fetch AI is moving up a couple percent. The day pretty much just started here, so there hasn't been much movement. Fetch AI has just had to break a structure here, so that one may actually move up even higher. This is a weekly chart, though. I don't know. I don't remember. I told you guys about these AI ones a while ago as far as dollar cost averaging, but I think it's been a hot minute since I've actually recommended any. Let me see if I can go over here to my channel. That's Opus. No, I can't find any AI. AI indicators. No. Nope, I can't find it. I'm not going to try to look for it too much here. But so far, they've been doing good. So as far as a couple of the trades we've been doing, we did a couple on BYDFi, which is a sponsor. As always, if you guys are looking for an exchange, go hop on and check them out. A couple things here. How should I say this? We have a couple trades on here that are 10x leverage, which are meant to be simulating more swing trades. And then we got the 2x trades, 2x leverage trades, which are going to be more long-term trades, kind of what I'm going to show you guys afterwards with the fair desk trades and stuff like that. But so far, we kind of have, I would say, a mixed results. And I'll explain why here in a second. We got stuff like LQTY, that's up 2%, 3% basically on a 2x leverage. Nothing's happened. TLM up 5% right now. That's up a couple percent then. Lena up 2%, is up 7%. That one's doing a little bit better than expected. XVG is up 4%. That one's very nice. And then RSR USDD, that one's at 5%, 6%. That's good off of a 2x leverage play. Then we got Lever, again, another 2x. All these are 2x until I say otherwise. Okay, Lever's down 3, Reef is up 8, Dent is down 0.2, Ocean is up 112%. This one's been interesting. This is up 110%. So I can show you guys this. I didn't spell that right, but I should pop it here. Yeah, so I did a 2x leverage play on this, and I guess I just got lucky with the timing because we had a smaller breakout right here, plus change character, green, all good to go, bunch. You never expect it to have a big move like this. You expect it to maybe find some resistance here, then chuggle around for a while, then find some resistance here, chug around for a little bit. Same thing here. You don't expect it to have a big blow up moment like that. But I did not invest a lot of money into this. I invested, I think, just a few bucks, and it's 100%. So I invested like 20 bucks into it, basically, or like 15 bucks into it, and now it's up 16 bucks, which is kind of nice. But yeah, 2x play turned into 111% profit. I wish I would have done some more day trading on that one because I don't think I actually bought it on my Fairdesk account, but I'll see if I did. NMR. That one is up. This is a 10x play. This is one of the swing trades. This is up 328% right now off of a 10x. So that means it's pretty much up 30%. That's very nice to see. That one I only have $8 of profit. And then Rune right here is up 93% with a 10x leverage. And then last of all, I got Ape, which with a 2x long, up 42%, which is very, very nice because my Fairdesk Ape just finally went positive because I've been dollar cost averaging that for so long. Going back over here to Fairdesk. Really, I've been doing some double downs on infrastructure around AI, infrastructure on fintech, those tokens which I've always been talking about, infrastructure. You can kind of, they're the building blocks of other crypto tokens, basically. Now, got a few of them that are doing okay. Bonk right now is only at 5%. Ace, it's down 16%, but this is something separate. This is a one Ace. I pretty much bought it for $10 with a 10x leverage just to see what'll happen. So it's pretty much down 2%. Think of it like that. ACH, that one's up 18% with the 2x leverage. Ajax, I had more faith in Ajax and some of these AI tokens. So Ajax has a 3x leverage instead of 2x. And basically, it's up 123% at this moment in time. The average is it. So I've been buying this for quite a bit of time, but the average is basically right there. You can think of me starting to buy over here, then I had to lower the average, and now we're starting to see these kind of crazy pops. Which is almost making me think, guys, that like when I have a long-term portfolio, instinctively, if I manage long-term portfolio, I'm always thinking like, man, I should really start looking to sell some of this stuff. But then, you know, because I'm doing this for you guys and I plop in a few $100 into this account every week, I'm like, you know what? I want to show you guys how it goes good and bad and good and bad. And at the end of the day, it's going to be so good that we're going to be happy. But it's going to take a while for that to happen. Well, maybe. It's the way this market's been going. It's just been interesting to say the least. However, that's it for now as far as that one's concerned. AIU is up 30%, AMB is up 16%, APE is up 2%. Definitely took a while for that to get back to being positive. ARPA is up 14%, BAT is up 12%. Some of these are only making me $3 to $4 because I've only done entry positions into them, so that some of them are not as profitable as others. Big Time is up 8%, Bitcoin is up 29%, CLER is up 15%. Anything actually going up? Oh, Fetch AI. That one's up 61%. That one's up around $354. Anything else actually up quite a bit. Hook is up 20%. Key is down 5%. Lever is up 27%. Same with Lena. OGN is up 25%. That's nice to see here. Did that trade ever... I did a trade with OGN, but it was more of a swing trade. No, I'm guessing it stopped out. Yeah, it stopped out for a loss. Yeah, it's a shame. OGN, or this last drop that we had a few days ago really took out a lot of my swing trade positions. Anything else besides OGN? Reef is up 13%. RLC, that's up 71%. That one's nice. Anything else? 40% for SLP, and Wild is still up over 100%. It's at 115% with a 2x leverage play. That's pretty nice. Yeah, you can see the average right here. I know my head's kind of blocking part of it. But yeah, so far, looking pretty good. This thing is still going higher, which is kind of insane. Like, if you guys are swing trading right now, you guys are definitely taking profits at a certain point. Like, you guys are definitely taking products or having your stop losses be very, very close. The only reason I'm not, even though I'm managing this longer term portfolio, I'm just like, you know what? I don't know. Instinctually, I feel like I should be scaling out of a good amount of this stuff. But I don't want to make a mistake, and you know what? I'll just relax and kind of watch it all go through. But right now, these positions, like, remember, about a month ago, this account was down $900, okay? Down $900. Today, we're up around $1,625, and the altcoin season hasn't even started yet. So hopefully we can see this go up more and more and more as I double down. The one thing I am being careful with right now that I want you guys to understand if you guys do trade leverage, right now you're seeing my available balance up here that says $1,000, and you're seeing like all this other stuff happening down here. You don't have to worry about the stuff down here. But basically, as the amount of money I'm making over here with the unrealized profit, as that goes up, so does my available balance to trade. So I'm going to be keeping this fairly high in case everything starts to really teeter and fall off of a cliff when it comes to some of these larger tokens like a WLD, which are just booming here, like, you know, unnaturally booming. Ajax, likewise here, having these really big moves. I want to make sure that my account as a whole, because everything is cross-leveraged, that nothing is going to be messed up. So you're usually going to see this for the next week or so, because I might have invested a little bit too much money, I feel. I'm going to try to keep this between $1,000 and $2,000 if I'm lucky, because I think if Bitcoin were to fall off of a cliff tomorrow and drop down another $1,000, and some altcoins did the same thing, you might actually see this go all the way down to maybe $500, which might spook me a little bit and make me want to put even more money in there, more than I would normally do for my my normal pay schedule. Okay, so or investment schedule, I guess we'd call it. But still, so just keep that in mind. I might not be buying as much here. I might be doing some smaller bets in, but I'm really trying to be careful about how much money I invest in right now, because we're in a gravy train moment right here with altcoins. Let's not get a little let's not get too excited now. Too excited. Okay, final thing here before we start going over coins and talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. This is a Sunday stream. It is not going to be all uppity about every little thing going on, as much as I just went on for a lot of different stuff. But yeah, relaxing Sunday stream. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. Last hour, a few things are up, like GRT, Sats, Phantom, but really not much else, it looks like, at this point. Last 24 hours, though, WorldCoin, just talked about that one, the abnormal growth. That one's up 17%. Ron is up 13%. Blur is up 12%, and GRT is up to 12.5%. One other thing I'd be telling you guys as well is check out the second page of CoinMarketCap. That's usually something. IOTX is making a move here, up again. Gala is up a little bit, 34%. Flux is up 30%. XAI 25%. Ooh, XAI, what is this? Has a very low market cap. Is this anywhere I trade? Markets. Oh, let me find out what this is very fast. All these new AI things. It's going to be a freaking craze. It's going to be a craze for a while here. Just like Metaverse, I think AI is going to be the big move here. So blockchain gaming developed for mass adoption. Interesting. Not my favorite topic, but run a Century node, technology. Oh, level 2 Arbitrum. Okay, I can get it. Ethereum, Arbitrum, then Zai. Okay, I see that. That builds up my confidence a little bit. How many followers do you have? 146,000? Damn, where have I been? Maybe they're just not in my normal orbit here. I don't have that. 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 Yeah, so it's just not on my exchanges just yet. Oh, there it is. Crypto.com. I will try to buy some off of that. I have a Crypto.com account, and I think I put like $100 in there to see where it goes. No, I put like $50 in there to see where it goes. No, 60 bucks in there to see where it goes, and I don't check it out at all. All right, we're gonna go from $60 to $120. Whoa, okay, that's not bad. Okay, and that's because I own. Oh, I see it right there. Top gainer, Zai, right there, up 25. Well, I'm not gonna buy it today if it's up that much. Oh shit, how do you figure out what you own? Track. No. Oh, crypto wallet. There we go. So I own Adrix, which I also own on Fairdesk. I own Fetch AI, which I also own on Fairdesk. Okay, then I own Numer, which I also own on Fairdesk. So it was 3 separate AI tokens. So I made this an AI portfolio, and damn, if it's not, it's doing pretty well. I'm happy with that. Okay, but now we'll add some of this Zai in there as well whenever I get the opportunity to. So let me actually add this onto my watch list. I'm not buying it on a day where it's up 25%. Can we go over here to Trading View? Oh, it should be. Actually, this is not a bad idea to buy it right now because it's at the verge of popping off. But I don't. Let me double check. BY DeFi is over here because I know it's not on Fairdesk. XAI. Hey, it's new. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's just add on $30 cross 2x leverage. We're not even going to go crazy with it. And oops. Let's go $50. 2x leverage. There we go. Success. All right. Don't ever buy a coin like that just because of it. I bought a coin that's up 25% today, so usually you don't do that. For me, I'm thinking very long term here, so I'm like, it's okay. And part of me just looked at the technicals. I was like, oh, I wonder if it's going to break out. So again, we'll be watching all that type of stuff today. Bitcoin right now, it's on the verge of breaking out going down. We're seeing it have all the momentum in the world on the 4-hour chart. Just look at this. And so when you guys ask me questions about the majority of tokens, my day trading help right now, I'm sorry to say, is just going to be complete shit, because like I can say things are bearish, right? Or I can say things are bullish. But if the chart does that, then it immediately has a reversal very quickly. You know, you guys are going to have some really tight price targets here, which makes trading just a little bit more difficult, because you're not going to be able to get some of those juicy gains unless you guys are typically going with larger leverages. And I don't really recommend you guys do larger leverages until you guys are ready for such things. So, you know, stay cool and collected and see if Bitcoin can have another surge. But this is definitely just a weird thing happening right now. In fact, if you go over here to the old one, right? We've technically already had a smaller breakout. We're just kind of waiting to see what happens next. So for now, let me get rid of this line because I don't think it's too important. I'm going to go over here to a 1-hour chart because I hate the way that large order block looks, and we can kind of admire Bitcoin from here. Okay. And let me start here. Hey, Heather, happy to see you back. If you guys are looking for XRP or Ethereum, we just talked about them at the beginning of the stream. And hey, Cookin, Mr. Potato, I know, right? I was lucky enough, I'm not lucky enough. I chose not to get my beard cut all the way. I just got it trimmed down pretty short. I can go bald. I even took away my mustache, which I normally enjoy having, and my goatee. But I had to have some type of hair on me, I did not know anything about the Doge Wind Rocket right now. I hear rumors about it every now and again, but it's just not the top of my mind at this point in time. Doesn't seem like these big drops are coming in like people think. Do you think it has to do with all the hype around the ETFs? I wouldn't even say hype. It's the fact that you've seen so many of these, ETFs being forced to buy up loads of Bitcoin. So, well, buying Bitcoin, ETFs, buying Bitcoin. Which one is it? We'll say BlackRock is the winner from everything here. Bitcoin ETFs now. Okay. Bitcoin ETFs now $2 billion up on inflows to date, led by BlackRock. And these guys have been having to, buy loads of Bitcoin here. Let's see. Spot ETFs have had accumulated 258,000 Bitcoin as of Friday morning. That's a lot of Bitcoin, guys. At $52,000 per coin, that's roughly $13.48 billion held by the ETFs, 2 billion more than the value that has flowed into those funds to date. Buyers of these funds overall are up more than 18% since the January 11 debut. Bitcoin, meanwhile, has gained less than 12%. Right? So they're just ETFs have their own markets. There's a lot of demand right now for Bitcoin ETFs. There's a lot of demand for Bitcoin for based off of all these sudden drops and stuff like that. But yeah, ETFs are definitely a huge part of it, which is interesting because it looks like the majority of all the pump came well after all the Bitcoin drama. Remember all this drama we had over here? Once we started to see how the Bitcoin ETFs are doing, that's when you saw this last pump that came up to like $52,000 basically, and it's going well so far. Let's see how everything else works out here. 15-minute chart. No, 1-hour chart seems to work a little bit better here. There we go. What's up here? Have you looked into VI token? It's supposed to be AI related. Has come down a lot. Do you think it has potential next bull run? VAI. Let me check it out here. I'm guessing it's the 538 and not the 1,150 level one. Let me know if I'm wrong about that one, but let me see. Chamomile tea. AI-driven services powered by the first VFA regulated digital asset. The Virtual Financial Assets Act. Okay, creates a framework for the regulation of ICOs, cryptocurrency exchanges. Okay. Okay, thank you. That's good to know. So it's more institutional friendly. AI developed in cooperation with IBM. Ooh, that's nice to see. Hopefully it has better moves than IBM does. AI legal assistant. Smart contracts. Okay. Smart contracts are becoming more popular, and you guys probably don't even know about it. There's a lot of companies exploring it right now, and I'm hoping they can actually make that final lever for it. The smart contracts, once they're written, you can't change them at all. You have to create a whole new contract if you want to go down that path. Broker, aggregator, AI merchant, sales assistant. Huh. Polygon. From the little bit I see, it seems like it'd be worth it. But let me go over here into the technicals. So it's 18 cents. Well, this one hasn't pulled back at all. This one went from what, 15 cents to 18 cents. That's a pretty substantial move. It's down a lot, I think, from what you're talking about up here on 21 cents. So I think it'd be a good start to dollar cost average because the market cap is so low. You're really not going to be thinking about those day-to-day price action movements here. With the $55 million market cap, I think it can go far. Was it 17 cents? It's underneath the dollar. Gold will probably be $10, something like that. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, well, fine. That's fine. Oh, I forgot. Okay, they have different logos here, don't they? 3 squares. There we go. Tether. I guess the KuCoin one. Yeah, okay. Let's go to the weekly chart. Highs were around $4. This would be a strong candidate for dollar cost averaging, I would say. I mean, mostly because right now I'm loving these AI tokens. They seem to be printing money. They're doing very, very well. Some of them I missed out on, of course, but other ones like this one is such a low market cap. I can put in a couple $100 in here and just kind of wait to see what happens, especially with the 2x or 3x leverage. You can do that. Of course, it's always kind of nice to see where you can buy these at. So, KuCoin, Gate.io, BingX, Mexi, BitGate, stuff like that. It's only in 10 exchanges right now. So it's only in 10. So it's not going to be something that I can buy at this moment in time because I don't have access to KuCoin, Gate.io, Uniswap, XTC, BingX, Mexi, maybe Mexi. I don't even know if I still have access to Mexi here. Let's see. Do I? Nope. Your IP. Yeah. Oh my God. My IP and nationality indicate. I can't do it. Can't do it. I guess Uniswap or something like that. Maybe. Bigots no. X markets no. So I can't even buy it if I wanted to. I gotta wait a little bit of time, unless I really want to swap for it. And I am totally against swapping. I just hate the process of swapping coins. But maybe it'll end up on crypto.com, and then from there I'll load up on some and see how it goes. Preferably, I've been liking to do these types of leverage plays, but a couple $100 in there to see where it goes. I think it'd be fine. And so far, it looks like it has an opportunity to go higher today. There we go. Hey, I already checked Ethereum and Bitcoin. You can watch the beginning of the video if you want to check that out. Hey, Daryl, happy to see you back. Same with you, Nico. Scared money, don't make money. See, the easiest way I found out right now is to just keep on buying, dollar cost averaging, because it just takes away the fear, or part of the fear out. When I made that video the other day and I was like, hey, I'm flat out, I'm buying this dip. It's not because, again, that I'm thinking that there's going to be, the dip is only going to go right here. I'm just telling you guys, hey, we've had this weird kind of cycle. I'm just going to keep on buying Bitcoin because eventually, when you zoom out on Bitcoin, let's go to the weekly chart. When you zoom out, eventually, we're just going to be going way up here. And it's okay to buy over here. It's okay to buy over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, because we're going to be selling way up here. But not everybody likes that, right? Because if you buy right here and the price goes down, people don't like to be in the red for that long. But again, what did I tell you guys a while ago? I was buying over here with a lot of altcoins, and it was going down, 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 and now we're here, and now I'm looking really happy. I'm like, oh yeah, finally able to see some moves. But typically, that red's time, that time where everything is pretty bad, is not the best. Like, if I go back over here to Fair Desk. What was one of those things I bought for a while ago? Maybe Ajax, maybe? So I bought Ajax on 120. Do I got Ajax over here or not? And I bought this first on, what did I say? 120, yeah. So I bought this right here. It proceeded just to crash. Then it came up a little bit, came back down a little bit, then broke out finally with a little bit of, a shoulder head and a shoulder play, going for a larger move. And that's where we are now. But I definitely didn't just buy and watch it go straight up. I wish that's how it went, but I also bought on the 27th, of course. So if I go back over here, so I bought it right here. I bought it right here on the next breakout that I saw, and I bought even more on the 8th and the 12th. So I bought on the 8th right here, and then the 12th right here. And so those are the 4 buys I did before the large move took off. So it's going to look kind of funky, but that's the way you got to think about it sometimes. You almost, I don't know. It's hard to get a long-term play to go green the entire time, or the majority of the time, unless you're buying at the very bottom, like you're trying to catch a knife. But then you only, like, your dollar cost. You're not moving your average down. You're moving your average up, and that's a whole different thing, isn't it? Did I get rid of all of my? No, I did not. Okay. There we go. We can watch that here. And hey, Daryl, good day, good day. Wanted to drop. Trust me, I think a lot of people were looking for a drop in order to buy more. But we've had a few examples of this, and I don't think many people bought, honestly. Like the last time I think I bought a good amount of crypto for like a very like a really heavy cash position, where like it was like, hey, here's $5,000. Let me put all of it into Bitcoin right now because I've been waiting for an opportunity. It was, right at the Bitcoin spot ETF announcement time, because we had that big drop. So let's see if I can show you guys this again. Remember this move right here? This was from January 24th, January 11th to January 23rd. It's like a 10, 12 day period, something like that. That drop right here was over $10,000 or around 20%. That's the last time I really went heavy, and it wasn't like heavy all at once, like I said it was. It's like, I bought some here, I bought some here, I bought some here, I bought some here, same type of thing, but all within that, a couple weeks of time. But again, I was anticipating we would continue coming down. My price target down here, remember, was like $36,000, $37,000 down here, not way up here around $38,000. I wanted like an extra $2,000 to come down, and that didn't happen. And we've had some drops like this, big drops. Yeah, I bought some here, and again, it didn't really do much until for a while. The drop right over here, you can see all the signals telling you things are gonna fall, but it just kept on going up afterwards. Everybody was buying and buying and buying, and you're seeing the same thing happen right now. I still say that eventually we're going to have a multi-week downward move. It would be most likely off of economic news and not necessarily crypto related. But nonetheless, I am going to be excited when that move happens, because you will have an opportunity to load up on a lot more crypto assets. But your entire portfolio is going to go down in value quite a bit before that happens. And so people are going to get very pessimistic and, angry about it, as always. Hey, Daryl, how do I find out more about joining your community? usually the community just kind of goes out to maybe like a Telegram or something like that, but there's not really much else besides it. There's a lot of other YouTubers that try to monetize other stuff. Basically right now I have memberships on my channel. I do videos occasionally for them. They get priority treatment when it comes to having their questions answered in the chat. That's basically the most benefit you're gonna get from it. And then right now I'm about to start growing the community maybe a little bit more starting tomorrow, because guys, I'm creating an Instagram account for Reels. I have a new TikTok account for the short form content. Same thing with Twitter. I'm posting more on Twitter with videos. And then I think I'm going to try to start posting on Rumble, since I think I understand how their system works now. And so you're going to see my videos on more platforms, but I don't think I'm necessarily going to be making more content, because there's only so much time I have in the day. But yeah, to be part of the community, you're just kind of here chilling with us. You don't have to be exclusively in my community, if that makes sense. I'm always happy when you guys go off and look at other YouTubers and kind of see what they're doing, see what you like about them, you know, their different styles and techniques and things like that. Yeah, pretty much that. I'm pretty much of a slower guy when it comes to streaming and things of that nature. I have some hype sometimes, but there's other times like today where it's a Sunday. I'm pretty tired. I'm just treating this more as a laid-back stream, because normally I don't actually stream on Sunday, so I'm like, might as well have a good little time here. I got myself a cigar. I got myself 2 cigars. I'm not entirely sure. My friend has been wanting me to try some of these. It's this one's a La Paulina 125 Años, and this one's a this is a Paulina. This is a Placencia, maybe some of that. And this one's a 151 Privada. I don't know. This one has a smaller ring gauge. Some people like to have really large ring gauge cigars, like the actual, like, the size of them is like very, very large. Not the length, but just the, you know, the size of it. I'm finding myself typically liking those smaller ones, even some of the very teeny ones. Like I have a couple Cubans right now that are like, you know, they're very, 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 very tiny. But yeah, I think when the bull market really kicks off here and we're going to all-time highs, I will be streaming a lot and talking a lot, and it'll be very stressful for me. But up until that point, I'm really not going to care all too much about hyping things up. Because there's going to be a moment, just like with the Dogecoin move of 2021, where I'm like, hey, I'm selling. And everybody's going to be like, what the fuck were you talking about? And then after I sell, the prices will continue going up for a little bit of time. And then everything will just drop and crash. And I'll be like, yeah, I sold. That's the easiest way to go about it. Let me do this very fast. Oh, also, ow, fuck. Damn it. Pinched my pinky and made it bleed. I got sliced off part of my pinky with my clipper. Isn't that tragic? All right. Damn it. It's gonna be like it's gonna make a blood blister. Nah. Hold on. I have a liquid bandage, but it's for dogs, and it says for dogs only, so I'm not going to do it. But I think my finger is fine. I don't know. Who knows how many times I've cut my fingers. I used to like sharpening knives, and so I've had a couple hospital trips. But anyway, sorry to go off on the random tangent there. The community is pretty chill. You know, people talk about whatever they want to here. We try to keep it civil. The rule is typically to just don't piss me off, and then I'll usually try to give you a warning or something like that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm not what you might call a fair ruler. Like, you know, people are like, oh, this isn't democracy, you can't ban me. No, I'll just ban you. But typically, it doesn't really have to come to that. So, yeah, people here are pretty chill. Yeah, no worries, Rum. I'm excited to see how it goes. Remind me to look at it again. I know I was able to get a small position on BYDFi, but I want you to keep track of it for me, or just remind me occasionally to actually have the position open. It's getting to a point where I have so many open positions for you guys that I don't even want to read them all off, because some are big, some are large, and like on Fairdesk alone. Oh, let me get rid of this. Yeah, On fair disk alone, we have 41. Jesus, we have 40. Okay, sorry, I'm like scrolling down through different parts. We have 41 open positions right now. Like I can't memorize all of these positions. A lot of them are green, but some of them are red. We got 1 red, 2 red, 3. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4 red, 4 red out of 41. Things are going pretty well. Give it a few weeks, and we'll probably see like half of this is red or something like that. But we don't know yet. Like there's stuff like Ajax, which is up $450 right now, which is doing very well. But not everything is going to be doing that well forever here. So there we go. All right, so what I'm gonna do very fast. While my pinky's in pain, I hate blisters. I hate blisters so much. It's one of the most annoying things because it's not pain; it's a feeling. If that makes sense. Blisters, it's a pain, but blistered pain is not like other pain. Other pain is like acute, and you're like ah. Blistered pain just like it's annoying. There we go. Okay. Let's go with the larger one for now. Yeah, we have a pretty chill community here. People that are here, I would say, are also part of communities and other YouTubers' channels, like I was saying before. But yeah, we just try to be chill. Oh no, I didn't cut it right because of my, what do you call, my poor pinky. All right. Good enough for now. All right. Ooh. Not the flavor I was expecting. Not bad. Just not the flavor I was. Hey, Monster. Yeah, just pulled one out because I saw your comment actually. All right. Sorry. Does 109 and 113 look decent scale up points for Matic as it breaks above $1? Yes, but I might even add another one in there, kind of like 105 or so, just because you see it's hitting a little bit of resistance right now. And it's been having this kind of grind up effect. Oh, let's go to the daily chart to show the grind. Yeah. Remember, we initially had that breakout, and then it kind of just went sideways because the downtrend was over, a new trend in here, change the character, buy. Then it started to go up. But right now, you're hitting this next order block, and I think that first one you're talking about is right here. Oh, I really did mess this thing up. That's a shame. All because of my little pinky. And that one's around 103. That's the one I'm thinking about right there. 103. Sorry. And then after that, you're looking at the 107, then the 109, 110. Though 113 really to me, let's call it the 1.8 and above basically. What you're hoping for that is also for Bitcoin to actually have a pretty big surge over the next few days, because this could easily start coming all the way back down here if Bitcoin just turns sour here over the next week or so, okay? So I just want you to you want to be locking in some here, but you said you already locked in some at $1. I'd probably do, what was the next one? 103, then just pop it up here to 109 to 110 and just kind of let it sit. What exactly is that number, 109? I would make it go to 109 or 108.5, and that'd be it. And then from there, if you're looking for a pretty easy swing trade, you could have that be your entire trade. I might keep a little bit left to see where it goes, but it's been a while. You know, I think we've talked about this for a few weeks at least. When is this? Yeah, this is January 29th. When it first broke out, we were talking about it. You know, it's been a cool 21 days to just get to this point. So it's nice to see the momentum carrying on. You know, if this is just a swing trade to you, yeah, you're getting pretty close to taking the majority of the profit here. You're pretty much looking for the next 10-cent range. That's pretty much where everything is going to be sold off. Or you could say like 90%, 80%, whatever it is. A little bit of resistance up here. Yeah. There was a pretty big wall, and it's had some nice rallies up here before. Started chugging out for a few days, and it started to come back down. So just be mindful. If it starts to look like it's not making much progress over a period of a few days, you might actually be seeing a little bit of a resistance level that could be knocking it back down. So we're not there yet, obviously, but just keep in mind. Keep that in mind. Kind of the stock of TTNP. This guy Rara Coco is a stock hunter and charges $20 a month. Expensive but accurate. He says TTNP is going to have a huge short squeeze. Wondering what you think. TTNP. Pharmaceutical company. Okay, so pharmaceuticals are pretty risky companies to go into. This does not look like it has a lot of liquidity in it. You can see the volume is not even like being shown here. Basically, if you go to something like a where be a Microsoft, there we go. You can see on that mini chart right there how there's a whole bunch of volume bars in the bottom of it. It won't let me click on it. There you go. Okay, you see all the volume there, and then you go back over here and you see the. There we go. You see the lack of volume here. That is going to be a concern. So, well, there's not much of a short float. There's not many people shorting this because the market cap is $5 million and it's losing $6 million. Profits not good, margins not good. So it's a pretty shittily run company. That's how biotech usually works. Very small float. There's nobody shorting this though. Yeah, there's probably not going to be a short squeeze if nobody's floating it. The last time it had a analyst look at it was all the way back in 2019. Titan Pharmaceuticals fully compliant with NASDAQ listing criteria. They did a reverse stock split. That's probably what the guy is talking about. There was going to be a stock split here, but let me check it out. This is a very bad company though. We'll check out the chart here a little bit. TTNP. Yeah, you can see that volume right there. That is, yeah, that's not what you want to see. Yeah, just had a split right here. So what normally after a split you might have a pretty substantial squeeze, and that's what usually happens. He's probably talking about that, but it's not even so much of a squeeze as just people rushing in to buy it because everybody's going to be talking about it. So yeah, I have a little bit of support right here. It's already broken above the 20 last time. It didn't do nothing after that. A high risk play that you could try to play around with, but I would say be very, very careful because it seems like it'd be very hard to get the money out. Typically, you know, I'd be looking in and see if you could find out if anybody was loading up on this because that guy might have already bought a whole bunch of this and he might just be using people as exit liquidity. So just be careful with it. That could have been him buying it right there, February 1st. If you're going to go into this, your stop loss has to be around like $5. That's the kind of craziness. $7, $5. That's a pretty hefty one. Yeah, 30% stop loss. So just be careful with it. The technicals don't look really particularly good. What he's probably telling you to go off of is a former short squeeze because before this pop happened and before the, not short squeeze, excuse me, the split, this thing was probably a penny stock. And you see how you go back in time and you see how it's done nothing but fall throughout its entire life. Let's go to maybe the monthly chart. All right, maybe with a hint of 2008 financial crisis. This thing has just not been able to do much. Yeah, I would say be careful of this one. This is all the way back over here in 1996. This thing is 2 years younger than I am. And it's been coming down. But yeah, careful with it. Be very, very careful with that one. The guy seems like he's using people as exit liquidity. He could be. I'm not saying he is. He could be. There we go. And hey, Tyler, happy to see you back, my man. Let's see. Do I know of the old lady strategies? I think it's called. I do not know about those. I do not. Let me know what they are though. I could probably. It could be something. What's my favorite AI token? I don't think I have necessarily a favorite one, but I just kind of been buying up as many as I can. There's Ajax, there's NMR, there's Fetch AI, World. I wouldn't say World's an AI token. Let me go over here very fast. Like, I'm no miracle worker here when it comes to AI tokens. I just saw a trend and I attached myself to it when it came to buying them up when they were kind of at low valuations, and now I'm seeing some profit from it. Typically, what I'll do is I'll go like the list of AI crypto tokens. All right. And then I'll see this thing on Crypto Slate, and I'll be like, okay, cool. The coin market cap one is kind of shitty, but Crypto Slate's good. And then from here, you can kind of go down a list and see, hey, what has AI? And then go over here to zoom in. And what I'll do for this very fast is, let's take away my head for you guys, and that way you guys can see a little bit better. Can I slide this over? No, I can't. That's okay. Wait. There we go. Okay, that was good for 10. Okay, I know I'm really zoomed in here, but I wanted to show you guys this. So you're going to see stuff like this. Internet computer. I own some of this, but I did not attach myself to a lot of internet computer. GRT, I bought some of this. The market cap is too high for me. Fetch AI, yes, I bought this. Singularity in net. And the reason, you may say, Michael, it has a $668 million market cap. That's not how, you don't buy stuff that high usually if you're looking to hold it for a long term. And I will say yes. However, if you go over here and, like I said, Fetch AI. Well, if you go a month ago, the market cap was at $439 million. Then just a little bit ago, it was all the way here at $179 million. So it was a lot cheaper, but now that everything's kind of booking up higher, you're going to see these market caps also going higher as well. But I got Fetch, Ajax, I got some Ocean Protocol. As you can see, last 24 hours, these are all moving up quite a bit, except for internet computer. Again, higher market caps, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Tau, I don't have this one right here. Maybe I should, but oh no, it's $635. I just don't like cryptocurrencies all too much that have high amounts. It makes it difficult for me to imagine them getting a social media boom, basically. Pal AI, I've been looking at this, but I don't really have much information, and I don't know where I can actually buy it just yet, but it's I'm watching it. RLC, I think I own this somewhere, perhaps, or yeah, I got a little bit here, not much, a small amount, but it's already up 72% with a 2x leverage play, or $40. But I got a teeny amount of it. Again, 227 million market cap. I can always add more, but like I said, I'm trying to keep my budget kind of around $1,000 now. NMR, I just told you guys about that a few seconds ago when he was asking. Again, small market cap. Arkham right here. I haven't been looking at Arkham right here. I haven't been looking at this one. Cortex, I've been looking at it, but I haven't bought anything yet. So these are a list of some that you could see. But again, you have to have the ability to buy these, and not all of these tokens are in places where you would buy them. This thing with the anime, image generation, I'm probably not going to buy that, even though I like anime. There's a lot of stuff here, but the market cap, $16,000, I'm not going to find that anywhere, So you got to wait for them to kind of get up to the 200 million plus range before you start buying. VAI, we were just talking about that one, $45 million market cap. It's hard to buy it, but if you can find it, that one actually seemed pretty cool. So, let me follow network. I think I have a little bit of this. I have a teeny bit, and I'll see where that goes. But yeah, my favorite ones are Fetch, Singularity, Ocean, RLC, Numair, and Fala. Fallout, I wouldn't even say it's my favorite, but it's just something where I'm hoping it does well. I don't even think I invested much into it. Fala must not be on this one then. Must be another one. But yeah, I'm watching it slowly or cautiously. All right. Cigar every night for me. What do you call? I need to do a cigar stream with my other channel, which I'm thinking of doing sometime Monday. So you guys know that I have the other channel, the Smoke Show channel. I'm just getting started with it. I've been trying to figure out how to get it to work within my schedule. But I saw through YouTube that they're doing vertical short videos now. So instead of having my phone like this recording me, you know, from like my angle, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna have it record me like this, and I think it'll get more views that way. So I'll be smoking live on that and seeing how it works out. Hopefully it works well. But I'm gonna have to do it as an 18 and older stream. So I'm not entirely sure if anybody will watch it at all. So because again, it is smoking a cigar. So usually YouTube doesn't care about it with this type of situation, but because my head is so small. But with a video of just me and only me smoking a cigar, it might be kind of interesting. Too late to get into H-bar? I mean, it's never too late, but it depends on what you're hoping for, right? So on the daily chart, if you're looking to swing trade it, yeah, it's too late. The breakout happened yesterday. The last breakout before that was all the way back over here on February 9th. It's too late to get a nice little squeeze. If you're buying right now, it's because you're hoping for something more of a day trade to take you from what this 0.093 up here towards 0.096. 0.0937 to 0.0968. There's not really much room there, but basically you're hoping to make a return of about 4%. And that's a pretty big risk because, you know, it could easily come back down after having such a large surge. Going over here to the 15-minute chart. Again, it just broke out right here. That was the buying spot. It makes it a lot easier, but right now, yeah, it's already in the boom part. It's going to be very hard to want to buy into this at this point in time. Very volatile, but you're seeing somebody trade into it. Well, you're seeing quite a few people trade into it right now, but those are day traders. And hey, Umbrella, welcome aboard. Did I hear that Trump is selling his own shoes? Oh, I did not hear about that. I have not been watching the news as much the last few days. I've been learning more about the AI stuff. That's what I've been spending my excess time on. What's going on with AI? I'm going to try to learn how to use Sora pretty soon. And I'm going to be using it to make some, you know, maybe 2 to 3 minute videos, cut them all together and see how they do. Like, I think they go up to 60 seconds. So one video like this, kind of mesh them together and make a little story out of it for you guys. And I'm hoping that'll do pretty well. CMC listings should have done drop, but they are being slow. Yeah, it usually happens though. And hey, Rebecca, happy to see you back, man. Loki's somewhere. He's upstairs. I can hear his claws clacking. Oh, he's coming downstairs because he heard me. But he says hello. What do I think about Solana for the long term? I think it'll do fine, but just understand it's a very high market cap token right now. It's definitely going to remain volatile for a little bit of time, but it's made up a lot of the ground that it lost throughout the Luna Do Kwon fiasco. One of the reasons it's come back up so much is just because of how much of the token was owned by those guys over with UST and that whole disaster. So eventually it's going to slow down with the amount of gains it can give you. But I still think it has an opportunity sometime over the next few years to get its own ETF, and that'll be something to kind of watch pretty closely. But I don't think it's going to be happening in 2024. But long term, it's a solid hold. It's something I would usually recommend buying during a bear market. Bull market, it's all over the place. You got to be prepared to hold and just wait for it to really give you some solid gains. See. And hey, George, looking to injective? I can. I don't think it's been doing anything special lately. No, yeah, just been consolidating. It looks like. Let's go to the daily chart, though. I mean, it did have that breakout. It did have a little bit more of a surge, so it's been doing okay so far. Today, it looks like it got rejected towards this order block, or you can just think of this resistance right here, and it's coming back down a little bit. That's interesting. Let's see how this is looking right now. Yeah, here's the 4-hour chart. You can see it's been able to get back above that line, but it has not been able to actually close above it. And right now you're looking at something more of a consolidation, hopefully, in which case it can try to go up a little bit more over the next few hours or so. It's not really a panicking time, but it's just like, huh, you would expect it to really have an easier time of breaking out above that resistance level here. Stochastic is turning bearish. RSI and MACD, however, are still bullish as ever. So while you're seeing a little bit of a decreased momentum, it still looks fine. But it looks like it may take a little bit longer than intended for it to actually have that larger move, and to actually start breaking back above the 40s level. Then from there, it'll start to aim back up here towards 45. That might take a few more days if it's having trouble just breaking above the 39.45 level as far as closing above that. But it doesn't look terrible. It's just not really doing anything exciting so far yet. I think so far since the breakout, yeah, it's up 7% right now. It's up like 5%. It could be doing better. But I expect it to be doing better, I guess, over the next few weeks, as long as Bitcoin can, again, just have that surge today, which I hope it can. These last few days for Bitcoin have just been freaking nightmarish. I don't know. Raise your hand if you got stopped out over here. Right. I'm on Ethereum short. Hi, Michael. Can you tell me where you see it going next month? Right now, it looks like Bitcoin wants to go higher, because every time we've talked about bearish moves when it comes to cryptocurrency, we have a bearish move, but the bearish move is far too short. It's abnormally short, and it gets bought back up, and then all the shorts that we have are just not making really much money because of it. For me right now, it seems that Bitcoin is trying to just hit around $54,000, $55,000. After that, we're looking at a lot of resistance up until 60,000. So I thought that's where we might actually see more of a sustained multi-week downturn. So I would say for the next like a month or something, I would expect it to be going down, not up. With higher inflation, stuff like that, kind of messing with the economics of the United States. But from day to day, every time we try to make a move down, we just seem to get bought and back up. And any move that we have that's pretty rapid, it comes down too fast for most people to really allocate enough funds to it. Like we just talked about a few minutes ago with the move that happened after the spot Bitcoin ETF announcement. So right now, I would say it's trying to go up another leg, but there's really not much more upside to Bitcoin as far as I can see right now. Doesn't mean like if you hold, you're not going to be very happy by the end of the year. I'm just talking about we're looking for a breather to happen pretty soon. We really do need to have a breather, because the market is like going up and up and up, and this is kind of way too early for an all-time high situation when it comes to Bitcoin. Remember, we still have like 60 days or something like that for the halving. So I expect it to come down, but right now, next few months down, but we're still trying to make our way back up to 55,000 before we start coming back down. That's the easy way to say it. I just really wish we can get this over with. It's been a pain in the butt to try to deal with Bitcoin these last few days. See, HRM. Well, it's not on. Trading View, so I'm probably not going to be able to show you too much about it. But what I can go is over here. HRM. No, I'm not seeing HRM anywhere. I see a community hashtag HRM, but there's no actual no tickers on coinmarketcap.com either with HRM, so probably out of luck there for you. I'm gonna see what else. Is anything actually popping up that we know right now? FTM is moving a little bit here. We can watch this. And then Fetch AI is up a little bit more. AI, and same with Ajax is up a little bit right now. NMR is trying to make a move, but it's only up 1.5. So again, those AI ones seem to be doing the most work here today. Yeah, it's the only thing really boosting my long-term portfolio right now. Like, you got Ajax up 124%, Fetch up 65%, RLC, that's another one up 72%, and Wild up 116%. What was the other token we just talked about? NMR. Oh, do I not have it? Do I not have it anymore on this one? No, I have it on the BYDFi account. But yeah, so you're seeing some progress right now. You're definitely seeing some progress. But it doesn't all have to be about AI. We can go over here to FTM, because that one seems to be having a pretty good move. Oh, but it's coming back down all of a sudden. Okay, maybe we will look at something of a AI one. Fetch. Yeah, it's grinding. That's something. Oh, and breaking above an order block. That's also something nice to see. Let's see. HRM. It's not showing up. HRM, unless I need to do it capitalized. Nopery. HRM. Oh, right here. Yeah, I see. Oh, liquidity is only 21K, so this is very dangerous. Yeah, it's been created automatically. That's something of a trash play right here. Yeah, this is something I wouldn't recommend anybody buy into unless you're really looking for something of a YOLO. There's no technicals that can be done with this type of thing. Yeah, there's not really much here. High risk play, guys. Be very, 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 very careful if you want to hop into something like that. It even has red exclamation points and stuff saying, hey, unverified information. So be careful with it. If you guys have found it out and you guys like it so far, by all means, you can check it out. But very, very big warning sign here. Stuff like that, if you're not experienced, will lose you a lot of money. And I mean a lot of money. So just be careful with it. What's it here? Let's see. Bought two. Oh, sorry, I missed your thing. Pro level. Bought 2K worth of GRT at 9.096. It has now run past 26. How do you like to handle these instances where I'm almost 3 up X and still signs of rising? Typically in these types of situations, man, I tend to just hold. You know, if you feel like you want to be able to get more out of it, there are a couple ways to do it. But typically, it depends on if you wanted this to be a swing trade or a long-term trade. So long-term trades are more of going from a bear market to a cycle high where Bitcoin's hitting all-time highs, altcoins are in the altcoin season, and you're not going to be selling for years and years and years. If you're in that camp, you're still not going to be selling right now, and you may see the price plummet back down where you're only making 2x returns at a certain point before it eventually goes up to 10x returns. So typically, the way I'd do it is I would just hold. However, if you're looking at it and being like, hey, I bought this and I was only going to be holding this until it got up to this particular level, and then I'm going to sell it, just sell it, get it over with, and you can reallocate that money into other things. And of course, you can buy more of that, come back down the line. If it dips back down, you can buy more and just let it sit and cook until another cycle high. But typically, whenever you do any type of trade, you need to have it in a certain portfolio, in your mind. It doesn't have to be all in the same account, but in your mind. This one is I'm not going to be selling for years. This one I'm only going to be holding for months. This one I'm only going to be holding for days. This one I'm going to only be holding for hours. That's the way you got to think about it, because every time you open a position, you have to have a plan for it. And if you don't have a plan, you could be kind of stuck wondering what to do next. And typically in this situation, I'm just holding. I'm usually just holding. But that's because I'm thinking more of a long-term mentality. Like I said before, right now, this portfolio that I put together over the past month and a half or so, at one point it was down $1,000. Now it's up $1,700. I would not be surprised if it goes back down to being only at maybe $200 or $300, or even going back into negative territory before we hit all-time highs with Bitcoin and stuff. And I'm okay with that. Because that's the plan, unfortunately, because there are taxes involved and other stuff. But if you don't mind having it kind of fluctuate for quite a bit of time before making larger moves, that's the way I think about it. In my eyes, cryptocurrency is a more volatile Visa. And for those of you guys that know my love of Visa, this is what I'm talking about. This is a Visa monthly chart, okay? So it's always going up, always going up, always going up. Very, very nice moves. Still at all-time highs right now. It's doing fantastic. But there are times when you want to buy, like any stock, where you're buying right here in 2018 when they were trying to raise rates, and it comes down from 149 to 123. COVID from 214 to 133. Inflation overspending bubble by the United States. 2021 to 2022 came from 252 to 174. These are just zones to load up on, right? That's the way I think of Bitcoin and crypto usually. And when you see these moves happening where we're coming down like greatly, I tend to load up during those times. That's what typically I love to do. How's Apple doing? Very fast. Ooh, Apple's going sideways. That's not good. AMD's doing fine. Amazon's doing okay too. A little more of a surge. Banks aren't too hot, but that's okay. Disney's come back up a little bit, but Disney might be lying to shareholders pretty soon. They said they're going to do all this stuff, but I'm not really sure if they're doing all this stuff. Forgot I had that on there. Look at Bitcoin's monthly chart. Just look at it. It's absolutely insane what we're seeing right now. The next order block is all the way up here around $62,000. But again, there's a lot of resistance between those two levels. Oh, Ajax is still moving higher too. 5-minute chart. Oh, it got rejected once though. Let's see if it'll try to go even higher. Fetch doing work tonight, very, very much so. You hear the thoughts on possible trucker boycott of New York City after the Trump civil case? I don't know. It's weird. For all the cases that I think you can make against Trump from a legal perspective, the New York case seemed to me to be the most political, because I have a lot of friends that work over in that New York Wall Street area. And they were saying, yeah, it's 100% political, and this is not me, this is just them. Because they were saying that the insurance company that was involved, they were happy with the deal, the Trump organization was happy with the deal, and the banks were happy with the deal. Because everybody made money. Nobody lost money, so nobody was hurt by it, basically, right? So that one seemed political. It didn't make much sense. I can understand why truckers would be like that. They have a nice community amongst themselves. But yeah, it seemed kind of weird. I thought there'd be like the Georgia case had the most teeth against Donald Trump, if you will, but I don't know what's going on over there. I think I looked on it last week, and something about the head prosecutor having an affair with a married man. I don't know. It just seems like there's a lack of competence down there in Georgia as far as their attorney. So I'm just like, I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore. But it's election season. Things will get spicy. They'll get more spicy as time goes on. A reminder, not much is probably going to change if Donald Trump's elected versus Biden. Trump can't help, Trump's not going to go into Congress with some type of absolute majority who all supports his ideas of where he wants to change the bureaucracy up and cut spending. There are tons of Republicans who want more spending. There are tons of Democrats who want more spending. Trump isn't going to be able to stop that tide. He can complain about it. He can say, let's cut a deal or something. But ultimately, he's not going to be able to change much. He could probably, he could slow things down, but you have to have probably cool 2 decades of a very cost-cutting, effective, few presidents in order for that to happen. And that's not going to happen. We like our free stuff here in America. But yeah, it's not going to be pretty over the next few decades, and inflation's getting out of control, and it looks like we're probably going to have another small wave of inflation. I really hope we don't. If next month we can go underneath 3%, I'll just be happy with that. Honestly, I'll be happy with that. Do I think Nvidia is going to crash the markets? I don't think it's going to crash the markets, but if it has a bad earnings report, it will crash the markets. So far, the investment has been very good and strong. If they downgrade their forecast or something, that could be a very bad sign. But right now, they still seem to be getting a lot of investment dollars out there, especially with all these new AI, improvements coming out, whether it be the Google stuff, the OpenAI stuff. They're just battling back and forth, and we've all seen what's been happening with Twitter and Sora, not Twitter, OpenAI and Sora. Oh, right there it is, OpenAI. Oh, who are these guys? These guys sponsor the channel. I don't know many of these people. I know her. I know him. They're all really cool. I need to go to one of these type of events, but this was not in Vegas. And you guys know I'll go to Vegas, but like other places, not the same thing for me. But those guys are cool. If you guys are ever looking for, how do I say, if you guys are like ever want to make a channel and you guys want to turn your long form content into short form content, they're really good at it and they're not too expensive. Yeah, but this type of stuff with Sora, look at that. Just so beautiful. I'm making videos like this all the time. So as we're looking at all this type of stuff, this AI boom is going to be crazy. And I truly believe right now that a lot of these AI tokens that we're buying is going to be fueled kind of like how the metaverse was fueled. So that means that a lot of you guys, when it comes to the metaverse, you guys are really going to be maybe holding on to these for maybe a cycle, maybe two, but you guys should not be over, like you guys should put a little bit into a very long-term portfolio and not think about, like, you guys really should take a lot of the profit off during this cycle. That's what I should say. Unless there's something that really crazy takes off, but again, talking too damn fast. I really stress that I'm treating these like metaverse tokens at this point in time, because when we go back in time, we look at some of the metaverse plays here when it came to mana, right? All-time highs, $6.28. Right now, it's barely there, right? So I don't know how high this thing is really going to go. I see it's ready to kind of pop off in the months to come, but still, I'm kind of like, wow, this is down a lot. What are the other metaverse? Was Sand one of them? This one looks a little bit more optimistic, but it's still down a lot. Anything else? Spell token? Down a lot. And I have positions in these. I have them. Anything else here? Don't remember much else. But yeah, so got to be careful with them because they will have some really big moves. But afterwards, you might not see them getting close to those all-time highs for a while. So a lot of this is really cycle-driven when it comes to AI tokens. I have longer-term positions in them, but those ones, again, I'm a little bit more conservative because I'm not necessarily selling them at the cycle high. So the money is not coming back to me for a very long time. So it is a much more of a risky play when you think about it for how long you want to hold these for. But for now, for this cycle, like, what was I just showing you guys? Mana, probably something like that. Now look at Fetch AI. Right? It's up at a level of resistance. The market cap is still under $1 billion. I'm looking to go from here to here. Then we're going to be zooming out, and then we're going to be going all the way up here. It's going to be like, woohoo! That's where the big money comes in. If I was lucky enough to buy it all the way down here in 2020 when it was 0.01, it rallied up to here. This is almost to all-time highs. And it's only, relative, Bitcoin's not even close to all-time highs. It's getting closer, but not really that close. So. And Ajax is just trying to do something wonky here. Really messing with stuff. How's it? Oh, it's still managing to make a little bit move higher. It's hitting a little bit of a wall here. How's that position look on here, though? Yeah, it might break $500 profit for just 128% up. And again, this is up 128%, but it's really a 3x leverage play, so it's not really up to 128%. But still, it's a nice move here when I like to invest heavily in certain things like this. Because, AI. Remember I told you this slate page? If you guys ever, sometimes you guys want AI, but you don't have to go with the AI route. There's other sectors, as they put it here. Advertising, AI, agriculture, art, business service, BRC, right? AI is surging right now compared to a lot of other ones. Gambling is doing pretty well. Gambling is something I want to get into, but I don't know enough about it. And I also don't want to get in trouble with the YouTube or anything like that. You know, but gambling is something I may look up here too. I know it's very hard to see all that type of stuff, but a lot of this stuff is like 71 or 99% off all-time highs, 95% away from like all-time highs. So, you know, 90%, not 95% down from all-time highs. So these have come down quite a bit. That's what makes them very risky. But the highest market cap on here is $109 million. This one right here is 119. So it's really between a few of these really small ones. And then on top of that, will it actually show up on an exchange that I know, or that type of stuff. But they also have these ones like, what was it at? I just saw it. Cybersecurity, no. Content creation. As a content creator, I'm looking at it and I'm like, huh, okay. That might be kind of interesting too. It's one of the reasons I have a little bit of theta. But again, these ones are very far away from their all-time highs as well. So I'm keeping an eye on a lot of these ones out here. Oh, there we got a breakout. Look at that breakout. Are we up to $500 yet? 500? 500? No, what? 497. 497. I don't really have enough money in here for it to have really gigantic moves in a short period of time, but no, it's going back and forth. Oh yeah, because it's having trouble actually continuing the breakout here. That's okay. Still, we're seeing some really solid moves. I'm not selling that for a while. Ugh, unfortunately. It'd be nice just to bank $1,500 and just be like, oh, now I can go buy myself something nice. Okay, I don't really know what you can buy with $1,500, but you can buy something nice for $1,500. Yeah, no worries, pro level. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting time right now in the market. Let's just say that. But at least you're seeing like things that are GOT, they still have some room to run. But be careful once you're up against those levels of resistance, because in hindsight, you'd be like, oh man, I really should have sold it here, But as long as it's moving up, you're fine. But keep a close eye on what your positions are doing. All right. You guys probably won't see me smoking too much more on the channel though. I gotta start smoking more on my balcony so my little office room here doesn't start smelling like smoke too much. Let's see. Hey Molly, electoral college eliminates the popular vote. Yeah, I don't know. See, the way I like the United States to run is I prefer states have more power, because then people can hold their states to more account. But I feel like as federal government has grown and their power has grown, people don't really hold their state accountable anymore. They hold the federal government accountable. And I wish people would just hold their state officials more accountable, if that makes sense. That way we'd have more shifts. I live in Washington State. A Washington State Republican is different than a Republican from maybe a Wisconsin, or a Republican from New Jersey, or a Republican from New York, which is different than a Republican from Florida. We're like a whole different vibe out here, because we only have freaking 3 states. It's all freaking much land management and nature and just tax dollars and stuff like that, right? And tech. I wish they would focus more on that type of stuff. But we don't really, I don't know how to explain it. We don't necessarily hold our own leaders, the local leaders, to the same standards that we hold Congress to. That's probably the best way I could say it. Hopefully one day we do. But it's not getting any better. And I think that's just because, again, we've given too much power to the federal government. Uniswap, it's doing okay right now, but it's been having struggles for the past few years. It's more of a popping potential as far as I'm concerned. Like, you buy it, you kind of wait to see what happens with it down the road, and then if it does have that pop, you kind of scale out appropriately from it. I believe AI will paywall It's generated image. In order for you to use it publicly, you have to buy it like an NFT. Um, Probably not when it comes to stuff like Sora, but maybe with some of the blockchain stuff, they could probably do that. I feel like Sora is going to be something more like a Chat GPT. So right now they're showing us that really, like, with all the servers overclocked, basically giving us some really good quality content. I think eventually they're going to dumb it down because they are afraid of what's going to be happening with misinformation, political propaganda. I think somebody was talking about that. You know, everybody's afraid of that. And so you're probably going to see the government come in and be like, you can't do this, 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 and this, and this. And then, you know, the engineers are going to have to try to work that out, build all these safeguards in order to make that happen. And at the end of the day, we're just going to pay a certain amount of money every month. And then for that certain amount of money every month, we can do so many prompts with the software. That's how I feel like it's going to go. Because whenever I hear the blockchain or NFTs and then government, the government really doesn't understand much about the blockchain, much about all this stuff. They're getting there, but they're building up an infrastructure right now for a lot of stuff they just truly do not understand. And it's just going to take quite a bit of time before they are ready for that type of move. Electoral college is 51 popular votes. Yeah, pretty much. Although I don't think people really care about what DC is, but yeah. Is that the one that's 51? I think so. What's my thoughts on RWA? I have no idea what that is, so let me check it out. Send finance. So Send Finance has undergone a rebranding, and the ticker has been changed from XEND to RWA. Find more details. Okay. There's a market cap of 7 million, so it's a very small play. You're not going to be able to buy it many places, I'm guessing. So you can buy it on Gate.io and really MEXC. Those are like the two places where I guess you could really buy it easily, right? Now, going over here, it has no ticker signal on TradingView. So let's go over here. It looks like it's had a pretty nice spike, but it's been coming down pretty gradually. Like at one point, it was up here towards 9 cents. And now it's all the way back down around 5, so it's come down a lot. You could try to dollar cost average it if you want to. Nothing really bad about it right now. Revolutionizing finance with cryptocurrency backed real world assets. Oh man, this is gonna die here pretty soon. That's okay. Funds issued by Title Finance. High yield aggregator protocol. Okay. Insurance. So a pretty interesting startup. And let me go over here to, where's the social media? Oh, my brain. Media, maybe? Not press coverage. Do they not have social media on their homepage? Or am I blind? Blind. I guess they're more LinkedIn focused. Not the most inspiring pictures, to be frank. Like, I know Africa has talented photographers, and this is the only one that looks like taken on well. high risk only because I see these people and I'm like, I don't know. And I can't. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, there it is. I don't know why it took me so long to find that. 4,000. Okay, so that maybe more medium high risk now that actually I see social media coming here. And it's very recent that they had the rebranding. Typically, you don't need rebranding if you're a good token, though. So I'll just say that. This is the CEO, same picture. He's just retweeting the same stuff as the company. All right. Seems interesting. I probably wouldn't put too much money into it. I'd like to kind of just wait to see where it goes from here. No more than $50 into it. We don't handpick the electoral college. The sitting members of Congress do. Thank you. We need a ranked choice voting. Yeah, that could be it too. I don't know. I'm giving up on it all, guys. Remember, I'm moving to Panama. I'm kind of sick of the way the United States is run. I don't think it's going to be necessarily good. And as I see my income going up and up and up, I know that puts more of a target on my back when it comes to the good old US of A. So I'm like, you know what? Again, I don't take advantage of everything the United States offers, like all the cool stuff, like as much all the good food and like going out and like partying and stuff like that. I don't take full advantage. I'm kind of a hoarder of money, if you will. So, you know, I take care of myself. You know, I used to take care of my mother. Right now I take care of my sister, and I can do that from Panama. And I just want to live a nice, quiet life where I'm not really thinking about working all too much. I mean, I'll work, don't get me wrong, but like it's gonna be a different vibe of work. I think my general attitude will just be happy about life. And honestly, I'm not gonna really care if Trump's president, Biden's president, Obama comes back for a third term, Michelle Obama comes president, Bush, I don't know, what's that other Bush name? Not Bush, Jeb comes back. I don't care. What do you call? I'm be like, you know what? It'll just be like a foreign thought to me. Like, huh, yeah. I'll see some riots here and there, but I'll also see a lot of normal stuff happening. You know, the world's not going to end the United States, but I'm just like, it's just too much. Just too much. So yeah, no worries, Tyler. Happy to help you out. All right, but okay, buddy. I'm gonna end the stream right here. It's been a good hour and a half talking with you guys. Before things get too political and whatnot. I'm gonna go let Loki outside very fast, and I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm exhausted. It's been a freaking long week. Loki's over here getting a nap. But yeah, it was nice talking with you guys again for this last hour and a half. I will be live back tomorrow, but I think I just need some rest because I am like pooped and I'm trying to talk while being very tired, and I don't think I'm doing it all too well because I'm just pizzazzing. So I'll see you guys a little bit later and have a good rest of your night.